Brian.
Hi, I'm David.
We got our gloves, we got our hard hats.
Let's go create some art. Come on.
We're in a working salvage yard where people and companies come and bring all this leftover metal, leftover junk that they need to recycle. And so we're just digging through some dumpsters. A little dumpster diving, and we hit some piles. We just really look for certain colors and certain styles. I mean, you gotta love that color. And this has become one of our favorite pieces, X here. We love that. We knew that was here, so we came back to get more of it. To make one picture frame, you need a mound of metal.
Yes, exactly. You need all this stuff, because out of all this is where you'll find two things to make something.
You need an entire junkyard to make one frame, because you don't know what's going to be on that frame, and if you don't have that, if you don't take that back from the junkyard and have it somewhere in a bucket where you can find it, then you can't make the frame the right way, I guess. I guess you have a little plan in your mind, maybe of maybe there's just a base piece or a certain piece you're going to start with, and then other than that, it's just kind of scrounging around the place and all the different buckets and tables and everything, and trying to
all the
find
small
stuff.
things.
And you keep bringing it back over to your table and putting it down, and then maybe not using it and going to get something else, and you end up having a table full of objects that may or may not be used on this or the next project. It probably looks from the outside kind of haphazard. We didn't go to school to learn how to make stuff out of metal. We just made stuff out of metal, and eventually we got better and better at it. I'm David Lee.
I'm Brian Gregory.
And when you see this,
we see this.
And we did it ourselves.
Have a leaky faucet or a major plumbing problem? Meet DIY's Ed the Plumber.
All right, let's get to work.
Get the latest in plumbing technology, plus step-by-step instructions on how to do it yourself.
And wash your problems down the drain.
Ed the Plumber, Sundays at 10:30 Eastern on DIY Network. Online at DIYnetwork.com.
Welcome to DIY Tools and Techniques. I'm David Teal, and we're talking drywall today. We'll show you the different types of drywall muds that are available. Whether you're looking for quick setting or easy working, we'll cover them all. Then we'll move on to taping the joints. This is a tricky job, but we'll show you how the pros do it so your job comes out looking great. We've got a really cool tool that'll make the job of installing drywall simple and easy. This specialty screw gun takes a lot of the work out of the process. To get things rolling, we'll take a look at all the basic drywall tools you'll need to do a professional job. It's not easy, but as in most cases, the right tools make all the difference in the world. Time for a safety check as well. When you're talking about drywall, there's usually a utility knife involved. This is a sharp tool. Don't underestimate it. Be safe with it at all times. Now, to help us out with all this information from U.S. Gypsum Company is Cameron Kemp. Cameron, thanks for being here.
Great to be here.
Now, putting up drywall can be a little intimidating for some people. No reason to be, right?
No, not really. With the right tools and techniques, just about anybody can do it.
Excellent. Now let's take a look at some of these tools. We'll show how we use them a little bit later, but let's talk about the tools themselves. And the first tool, I guess, is drywall itself, right?
All right.
What is drywall, in case folks don't know?
Drywall is a mineral gypsum board, or excuse me, mineral gypsum that comes in a slurry form and is laid in between two pieces of paper.
That's pretty simple.
It's not too bad.
Sizes?
It typically comes in a 1/2 inch. 4x8 is a standard size, used in most applications.
All right. Now this is this is the standard drywall board basically, but we've got some green underneath it.
Right. Here we have a green board. It is also known as a water board or moisture resistant board, typically used in bathrooms or wet areas.
Okay. All right. But the blue is a little different how?
Another moisture board as well. This one here is used in typically held for mold and mildew purposes.
Okay. Specially treated for that.
Right.
So, and then this uglier board underneath?
This is a cement board, and this would be a tile backer. Tile's going to go over the top of this. In a application, it would be used behind a shower.
Okay, good. So 4 different types, and they all work with essentially the same tools, right?
That's right.
Okay. We've got a couple on here on the bucket.
Here we have, these two are mixers, actually, and this is a hand mixer. Kind of looks like a potato masher, but it basically be used with your hand.
Okay. And this one here, though?
This one here is a whip or a paddle. This is going to go into your chuck, into your drill, and you can stir the joint treatment with that.
And you want to keep that in the bucket when it's running, right?
It makes a big mess if you don't.
I understand. Okay, now we've got it mixed up, the mud.
Okay.
How do we take it to the surface?
Now we're going to get it over to the wall. There's a couple of ways to do that. Here we have a hawk. This is a way to bring the mud over to the wall for application.
Now, the way, this is kind of the important part of it too. Got a nice handle on the back that's padded actually. Hang onto that in your hand.
That's correct.
Okay.
And the material will sit right on top.
Okay, now this isn't the only way you can move material
No.
to the drywall either, right?
No, here we have a drywall pan. This is called a mud pan, and product will go inside here. We can take that right to the wall for application.
So you don't have to carry around this bucket everywhere.
Right, it makes it a little easier.
Good, I like that. Now, the knives we want to talk about here, we've got 3 of them.
Here we have 3 different knives. We have a 6-inch knife, a 10-inch knife, and a 12-inch knife. Each is used in the application itself. We're going to use this for taping and bedding. This is going to be used to make our fill coat, and this one here would be used to make another skim coat.
So you can't just pick one and use that for the whole operation. You work one after the other.
Consecutively, yes.
Okay, and you mentioned taping. This is what we've got here, some tape?
Right, this is paper tape. This is generally used in all applications in drywall taping. As you see here, it has a crease inside of it. That can also be used in the inside taping the corners.
Good, that's handy as
Right.
well. Outside corner is something different. We'll get to that.
We're going to talk about that a little later.
Okay, all right. And this is, what, fiberglass mesh?
This fiberglass mesh tape, it's used in applications for patching, but it can also be used in taping the wall.
Okay, great. So we've got it mudded, taped, that sort of thing, but now maybe we need to cut the drywall, and this is a pretty important tool in that process, right?
Right, this is our T-square. This is a great tool here. We can lay this out.
Okay.
We take our knife.
We've got dimensions all over this. That's there for a purpose, so you can figure out where
Right,
you're cutting and
where we're going to make our
it
cuts.
simple.
We've taken the measurement at this point. Now we're going to come along and say we have a 7-inch cut.
Okay.
We're going to mark our board at 7 inches.
Okay.
And we will slide our T-square over to this point, and we will make our cut from here. Actually, we're going to do it on a board right over here.
There's something else here. There's a little notch here that's designed so that the knife will be able to cut clean through the board, right?
That's correct.
You don't have to stop short right at the edge of that blade?
Right.
Okay. See how it works.
If we come over here, okay, and we're going to set our T-square up,
Okay.
and at this point, we'll hold it, and we'll make the cut.
Okay. Now, we're not cutting all the way through the material, correct?
That's correct. This is a scoring technique. Now at this point, what we'll do is we'll break the board to the back,
Okay.
and we can put our knee in here, and as we pull it forward,
Sometimes it works perfect.
sometimes it works perfect.
Sometimes you need to score that paper in the back as well, right?
That's true.
Okay. And you can do that from behind. I can just come down here and bring this knife up along the joint. And we're free. Great. Now we're ready to go ahead. We've got it right sized for the room, perhaps, but there's something else we want to talk about, too. Sometimes there's outlets you need to worry about as well, right?
That's right.
How do we work with those?
At this point, we'd have our outlets measured out on the board. And so here you can see we have our outlet already prepared.
Okay.
We're going to use a keyhole saw.
Keyhole saw. That's a pretty aggressive point. That's there for a reason, right?
That's so we can punch through and get this thing started.
Show me how we do that.
Okay. At this point, we're going to line our keyhole saw up and just punch it through.
There you go.
All right. Now we're just going to follow the line.
Now, to turn that corner, you'd punch into it again?
That's correct.
Okay. And just keep going around that way.
Go all the way around.
Simple enough. Now, this is kind of a rough surface here. That's exactly the size of the box, essentially.
That's correct. And that's going to fit right over the top, and then our plate will cover that up.
We're throwing a lot of information at you, maybe a little too fast. If you missed something or you need to see it again, go to our website. It's DIYnetwork.com. Cameron, some great information on the tools. Please stick around.
Okay.
Thank you. You stick around, too, because coming up next, we'll take a look at your options in the drywall mud department. You have some choices to make for the job to turn out just right when DIY Tools and Techniques returns.
We've packed the day with our most popular shows. 8 straight hours of home improvement know-how. When the sun comes up, home improvement starts here. Sunday morning at 7 on DIY Network.
This bolt is 4.5 inches long, made from hardened alloy steel. 6 of them connect the cargo box of the Ford F-150 to its frame. Why do we do this when others don't? Because we're building the strongest pickup. You can be sure of that. We are. Only one truck earned the right to be the next Ford F-150.
This weekend, create your own sale at the Ace Hardware Bag Sale. Get 20% off hardware, electrical, lawn and garden, anything in the store. If it fits in the bag, you save 20%. Ace, the helpful place.
DIY Network's Great Garage Giveaway. Your chance to win $50,000 to create a garage so great, you'll never want to leave. Plus, you can win a well-equipped 2005 GMC Sierra 1500 Crew. DIY Network's Great Garage Giveaway. To enter, send a postcard to this address or visit DIYNetwork.com and watch a big block of automotive shows Friday nights at 8 on DIY Network.
Welcome back to DIY Tools and Techniques. Today we're talking drywall, and we've invited a drywall expert to join us to make sure we cover all the bases. Cameron Kemp is with us from U.S. Gypsum Company. He's been working with drywall for over 10 years. Now there's a few different types of mixes out there that we should know about, right?
That's right. Typically there's a pre-mix, ready-mix joint compound or a powdered compound.
So it just really depends. Different working conditions, perhaps?
Working conditions can make a difference of which one you'd use.
Let's talk about the pre-mix. This is some right here? Yeah.
That's right. This is a ready-mix all-purpose compound that's ready to go right out of the bucket. Typically, in most applications, you may want to spin it or stir it with a paddle.
Okay. There's some settling or something in there sitting around?
That's correct. You'll just spin it around and get it ready to go.
Okay. What are some limitations with it and some advantages to this?
Limitations would be that you need to use it in at least 55 degrees or above.
Okay.
It dries with the air. It's a drying type compound, so it takes the actual temperature to dry the material onto the wall.
Understood. So if you're working in colder weather, there are other options.
There are other options. Would you want to use powdered type compounds such as this?
Like we have here.
That's right. This is a setting type compound. It has a set time on it.
Okay.
They typically come in anywhere from 5 minutes, 20 minutes. Your standard applications would see a 20, a 40, or a 90 minute.
And you can adjust that by which powder you're using.
That's right.
Now, this just mixes up with water?
That's right.
How do we do that? Can we take a look?
Typically, we're going to put a little bit of water in our bucket, and it's usually right around 2 to 1 as far as the material. Water going in the bucket will help stop the product from flying up out of the bucket and getting so much dust on you.
Good idea.
As well as sticking to the bottom.
Okay.
When you're trying to stir it up.
Oh, yeah, it'll all clump up at the bottom otherwise?
That's right.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit of material in here.
This is 2 parts water to 1 part powder usually?
Right around that. It kind of depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
Here we have a hand mixer. This right here, we could actually just mix it up like that if you didn't have a power tool.
Okay. That seems a little slow though. If we didn't want to use this one, what do we do?
We're going to, for speed and convenience today, we're going to use the power mixer here.
Okay, and the one thing we want to remember about this one.
We want to keep the paddle in the bucket,
okay.
Otherwise we have it all over ourselves.
Okay.
All right, and we just want to stir it kind of slow here.
It's like working in the kitchen a little bit, huh?
That's right. It's going to kind of clump up on you.
So start slow, let it get mixed in a little bit.
That's right.
Okay.
As I stirred it up there, and now we'll just add a little bit of water to soften it out as we got the bucket mixed up.
Okay. You could wear safety glasses if you're getting a lot of powder, but they're not absolutely necessary. Is that true?
Yeah, not typically used in this application.
Okay. And you're looking for a creamy consistency?
That's right.
Okay, basically you just want to get the lumps out, a lot like cooking too.
That's right.
Okay. Need a little more powder in there?
Yeah, this one here is a little bit...
okay, let me hold that. Go ahead.
Add just a little bit
more
more powder.
You just work at it a little bit.
Right, it's
get the right
kind
mix.
of you got to get the right feel for it.
Okay. Yep.
There we
Same
go.
thing at home, you know, a little bit of testing, you figure out the right technique. You need to learn a technique on occasion.
That's right.
Well,
okay.
That's looking better. Yeah.
Now we got it spun together a little bit, and you can see that it's come together as it actually looks like the ready mix in the bucket.
There you go. Okay. Now, once we've got it mixed up, wipe that. There you go. Once we got that wiped off and ready and mixed, how do we get it to where we need to use it?
We're going to use our hawk. We're going to just load it up here and put it on the material.
Show me how we put it on there.
All right. We're going to scoop it right out of the bucket.
Nate.
And set it right on the hawk.
How much would you put on there usually? Would you keep it, I mean, you're working close to the bucket here, and then would you put just how much you can carry?
A lot of times it depends on what you feel on there. Typically,
what feels like a good balance to you?
Yeah, what the balance would be of what you feel you can handle.
Okay.
In most applications, I would put 1 or 2 more scoops on there.
How do you put that on?
Okay. We're going to make sure it's a little creamy.
Okay. Keep it mixing it a little bit as you go. That's
yeah, just kind of keep turning it over and keeps it moving.
Okay.
And at this point, we're going to put a little bit on our knife, and we're actually just going to pull it right down the wall. As you see, I'm putting a little bit of pressure on the back of the knife with my 2 fingers.
Nice low angle.
A little bit of an angle onto the wall.
Okay.
And just pull it right across.
And then just builds up on a skim surface.
That's right.
Okay.
And we can actually add to it if we wanted to build it up a little bit more. We could add a little bit more and actually build it up and make it pull right across there.
Okay. So that's the powdered version. How about the ready mix? Let me take that from you.
Okay.
Okay.
On the ready mix, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to use our mud pan.
Okay.
We're just going to take it right out of the bucket the same way.
Okay.
And put some in our pan.
Now the mud pan, this is great for the homeowner, right?
Yeah, this is a lot easier.
Okay.
It fits right in there. It's lightweight, easy to use. You can hold it right in your hand.
Do an easy grip on it. That's,
right.
Okay.
Works pretty slick.
And that goes on the same way?
Yeah, that's actually the same application. Put a little bit on our knife. And you can see I don't have a whole lot on there. Just takes a little bit. We're going to use the same application, push our fingers down, put a little bit of pressure on the back, and pull it right along. You can see how smooth it goes right on there.
Very nice. Now, are there any things that you'd want to do to the premix possibly?
Yeah, typically it's ready to use right out of the bucket, but most commonly you want to stir it. You can actually put a little bit of water. That's depending on what you like. Some people like it a little heavier to pull. Some people like it a little creamier. It'll make the drag a little creamier.
Very cool. So whatever application you need, choose the right one and you're ready to go.
That's right.
Thank you, Cameron.
No problem.
All right. When we come back, we'll get a lesson in taping the joints. This is an area where most people make mistakes. We'll give you the proper technique and make sure you know how to do it right when we come back.
Next week on the DIY Workshop, enable your home. Whether you have special needs or just enjoy added convenience, find out how to make your living space more user-friendly. High-tech appliances, grab bars, and widened doorways can all be do-it-yourself projects.
And if you're a renter, we'll show you practical solutions to take with you when you move.
Enable your home, all next week at 7 Eastern on DIY Network.
Does a promise come with an expiration date? Is it good for a month, a year, or decades from now? At New York Life, we make promises that have no expiration date. Promises that are built on the timeless values of financial strength, integrity, and humanity. Promises that we live by. So no matter how the world changes around you, New York Life is the company you keep.
We know what's going on in your bed at night. Do you? Even a mattress that looks clean can contain millions of germs and dust mites, not to mention odors and perspiration. So what can you do? Wash your mattress like you wash your sheets?
Exactly.
Introducing the Health Smart Bed from Simmons. Just zip off the top, fold and zip it like a sleeping bag. Wash it to remove germs, dust mites, dirt, odor, and perspiration, just like when you wash your sheets. Dry it, and then zip it back on for a clean and healthy sleep environment. The top features Coolmax channeled fibers that wick away sweat and moisture while you sleep. And the virtually impervious layer beneath helps trap fluids and particles before they can seep deep into your mattress. The Health Smart Bed from Simmons is a no-flip mattress that comes in all comforts, styles, and sizes. Go to healthsmartbed.com to learn more or call 1-800-SIMMONS now.
What are you setting your sights on? And when you see it, will you be ready? Just pick up the phone, dial 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll get this free DVD. You'll learn about the hundreds of opportunities the Army can offer you. Skills, education, healthcare. Call 1-800-645-ARMY, and you'll also get this free Boonie hat. Whatever you're looking for, the Army can help you find it.
Are you ready? Coming Monday, Discovery Health Channel brings new life to reality TV. All the anticipation, the excitement, and the joy. Coming to you live from delivery rooms across the country. 10 hours of joy. Birthday Live is back. Monday, beginning at 4 Eastern. Dish Network Channel 189. Only on Discovery Health Channel.
Homeowners, listen up. See this number? Write it down. If you're like me and tired of paying up to 18% interest on your credit cards, call Countrywide Home Loans. I did, and they offered me a home equity line of credit at a great rate. That's how I paid off my credit cards. That's how I'm saving over $500 a month. There's the number. Pick up the phone. No one can do what Countrywide can.
Call now, 1-800-641-7306.
Hey, next time you cut that dovetail, I'll let you use my Dozuki.
Need to brush up on the lingo? Watch DIY Woodworking, Saturday at 12:30 Eastern.
Welcome back to the shop. I'm David Teal, and this is DIY Tools and Techniques. We're focusing on drywall tools today, and so far we've covered the boards, the tools, and the mud. Now let's move on to probably the most critical technique involved in the drywall process, taping. With us from U.S. Gypsum is drywall expert Cameron Kemp. Cameron, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Okay. Why do you need tape involved in a seam?
If you use just joint compound, we're gonna have cracking. So the tape acts as a reinforcement within that joint to help make it stronger.
If it's not there, you end up with those cracks in the
That's
seam.
right. If there's any
anyways.
movement in that wall, it's gonna have a crack's gonna crawl.
Okay. We want to look at a couple of the types of tapes. We mentioned the fiberglass as well. This is good for what?
Fiberglass tape is used great. It works great for any type of repair work. You can also use it in taping a seam, but it needs to be used with a setting type compound.
The powder type.
That's
okay.
right.
And it's adhesive on the back too. It's sticky.
Right. It makes it great and easy to apply it right to the wall. It sticks right to the wall
Which
when
is
you put it on.
nice.
That's right.
Okay. But we're going to use the paper tape in our situation here today.
Okay.
And this will work on any type of seam?
Yeah, it works great on any of the joints.
And you can use this with the ready mix as well?
Uh-huh.
So, okay. All right. We've got a piece ripped off over here.
Okay.
But you just don't stick this up there and mud over it, right?
No, first of all, what we want to do is we want to bed this. It's called bedding, and we're going to prepare the wall for the tape, basically.
Okay.
So what we're
Make
going to
the
do,
bed. All right.
what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of the ready mix, and we're going to apply this right to the joint.
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to remember to get enough on there that we're not going to have any dry spots.
The dry spots, that when you see a finished wall and there's some bubbling up at the seams, that's what the dry spot is, right?
That's
Where
right.
The tape's not sticking?
That's right. You can take that take a knife and actually cut those little dry spots out if you have to.
So you can fix it even, you don't have to pull the whole piece of tape off.
That's right. Because
Okay.
we're going to take this tape, we're going to apply it right to the wall, and take our knife and just pull it back tight. As you see, it stays right on the wall and it stays there.
Well, that looks easy.
Now, at this point, we would normally let this dry, let this set up before we come back to the next set.
Okay, but we can move a little faster here for demonstrations.
Right.
All right.
We're going to take our knife now, and we're going to apply another coat over the top of it, and this is called a fill coat.
The fill coat, all right.
What we want to do is we're just going to fill this joint right up.
Right.
And you
Now,
see
obviously,
as I take my knife, I'll just pull it right across there and put a little skim across the top.
Okay, and we're only working in a section. You basically want to work almost a whole seam at a time, or work in a larger area,
Right,
correct?
you usually start at one point and go all the way across the wall.
And this is filling, we're filling in that recess. There's a little bit of feathered out piece on the edge of the board, and we're filling that in. We want to stay in there correctly.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, and then once again, that would dry, and we're going to come back and we want to put another skim coat.
And we move to the larger knife for that, so
Right.
we're covering that
You see
feathered
as we're
piece.
pulling that joint out a little bit farther.
Okay, and that's pretty much where we are, right? And you
Right.
could go to a bigger knife if you want, or that's pretty much
Depending
what
on
you need.
how much you need, you can actually go to a 12-inch knife if you needed to, and you can
Okay.
do the same thing on these butt joints.
Okay, and then you get a nice smooth wall, and the rest is sanding.
Right.
Okay. Now, flat is fairly simple, but corners, I think, are something that scare a lot of folks.
Corners can be real easy, though. We got
Well,
a product that'll really make it slick.
I'm delighted to hear that. Let's take a look at that.
Okay.
Okay. We've got an outside corner ready for you here.
Okay. At this point, conventional corner beads are nailed on the wall.
Right.
And so we've got a product here that actually makes it really easy for a do-it-yourselfer.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to take our mud and we're going to apply it right to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put a little bit on each side of this corner, all the way down.
Simple enough.
Real simple.
Looks familiar.
And we're going to apply a little bit to this side as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Same idea. You want to make sure you're covering the entire surface.
That's right.
Okay.
And at
Now
this point,
let me take a look at this corner bead here for a second.
okay, this is actually a piece of metal corner bead.
That's okay. That's the inside.
Right. It has a piece of metal in there. It has a piece of paper that's laminated over the top.
Okay.
Okay. And it actually has a coating on it as well for sanding, which is real nice, so you won't scuff it up. This has got a hardener in it.
Okay.
Okay.
Put it on.
At this point, we're going to take it and we're just going to apply it right to the wall, and take our fingers and we can actually just set it right on there. And
No
there it
screws.
is.
I like that.
And we can come back and we can take our knife and we can just pull that thing tight, and as you see, it'll pull those edges right out of there. Pulls only the excess mud right out of there.
And
within 12 to 24 hours, this is set, and we can come back and we can coat it out.
And you have one for the inside corner too. We can take a look at real quick, right?
We do. We have the same type of product, flipped to the other side. So what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and do the same thing if we have time.
It would fit in just the same way. Mud at first,
That's
slip
right.
it
We're
in.
going to put the mud in the corner and slip it right in there and pull it tight, and now you have a nice straight inside corner.
Great information, Cameron. Thank you very much.
You bet.
All right. When we come back, we'll show you a very cool tool that makes hanging drywall easier than ever. Plus, it'll save you time on the job. Stay there. DIY Tools and Techniques will be back right after this.
This weekend, create your own sale at the Ace Hardware Bag Sale. Get 20% off hardware, electrical, lawn and garden, anything in the store. If it fits in the bag, you save 20%. Ace, the helpful place.
Hi, Billy Mays here. If you're having problems with hard water buildup, soap scum, calcium, lime, and rust stains, then you need Kaboom. Spray Kaboom on a shower door and it gets the tough stuff. Kaboom! And the soap scum is gone. Use it on the tile around your tub and shower. It gets rid of all kind of stains. Your tub is where soap scum and hard water really build up. Kaboom attacks it easily in one easy step, without gloves and without harsh fumes. Kaboom, and the stains are gone.
To keep food fresh, you have to take air out. Otherwise, your efforts are just going to waste. That's why you need the Food Saver, the leading home vacuum packaging system. Food Saver vacuums air out and seals freshness in, all at the touch of a button. So foods stay fresh and delicious up to 5 times longer. With Food Saver, freezer burn is eliminated once and for all. It protects just about all your favorite foods. Stop wasting time, money, and effort, and get the essential kitchen appliance found in over 7 million homes nationwide. The all-in-one Food Saver Vac 840 is available where small kitchen appliances are sold and comes complete with this home vacuum packaging kit that includes everything you need to get started now. Get yours at a retailer near you. Act now and get the complete Food Saver Vac 840 home vacuum packaging kit for just $129.99. This offer includes everything you see here, plus an exclusive TV bonus, $100 in valuable coupons good toward Food Saver bags and accessories. It's all yours for just $129.99 or 3 easy payments of $43.33. These free coupons are only available by phone, so call now.
Welcome back. Today we've shown you how to get professional results when you're drywalling by following the pros' advice. And we're not through yet. It's time for cool tools. We've got a cool tool today that makes putting up drywall a lot simpler. Usually you're using screws to put drywall up. It's a little tricky to make sure that the heads of the screws get sunk to the proper depth so you can mud over them. Plus you usually have a pouch or maybe you've got a box of screws you're fumbling around. This is great. This cool tool allows you to have your screws on a strip that feeds in, and it actually countersinks them as you go. Let me show you how this feeds in. They feed in from the bottom of the gun, and again, they come in a nice strip like this. You feed them into the channel right at the bottom, feed them in a little bit at a time. Once you're through this protective cover here, they need to drop in right through this channel here. And once they're in through there, you just need to get them set into the nose of the gun, and I'll show you something kind of cool on the nose here too. You don't need to set it ready to go to screw right away. You need it set right at this position. Now that's going to work because when it advances, the screw moves into the position. A couple little things on the gun here we want to take a look at. You can use different length screws on here. You just need to make sure that you set the nose for the right length screw that you're using. Simple. Now, countersinking those screw heads, that happens right here. This is your depth of drive setting. And again, you want to test a little bit, find out how deep they're sinking, and then go ahead and reset it. Battery powered, love that. Take it to the work, no problems there. See how this works. Safety glasses, you're drilling screws, this is a good thing, okay? Find your center, you want to pull the trigger, get the motor running, and then you just push it against the wall and put it home. Piece of cake. Now again, you can adjust the depth on these, make sure you've got them exactly how deep you need them. Terrific cool tool, makes it very, very easy. Remember, if you missed any of the tools or techniques we've shown you today, they're all available online at DIYnetwork.com. I'm David Teal. Thanks for watching. See you next time with even more great advice and some really cool tools.
This may look like fine Italian marble, but it's faux painting, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This column was faux painted with water-based glazes and a very simple technique. I have mixed up some aqua glaze in 2 colors, a French red, the other one is an earth brown. I'm randomly putting on the glaze. There's really no proper way of doing it, just randomly getting the glaze on. Then I'm going to take just a regular bristle brush and blend the colors slightly. So I'm going to start with the plastic bag and just create a little bit of texture here and there, not all over. Then I'm going to take the sponge and do the same, create a little bit of texture. I take regular rubbing alcohol, sprinkle some on. This will create some open pits and it will make the marble look much more realistic. This is just a piece of poster board that I'm going to tear. I'm going to take a dry sponge brush, lay this onto my surface, and I'm going to push the glaze into the edge of the torn cardboard. So I get a perfect vein every time, and that's it. And we have marble. I learned a lot of these techniques through experimentation, through taking classes, but a lot of it is just trial and error. I'm Susie Goldenberg. Every column deserves a faux finish, and now you can do it yourself.
DIY brings you the show that spawned a generation of renovation. This Old House Classics. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern on DIY Network.
We've packed the day with our most popular shows. 8 straight hours of home improvement know-how. When the sun comes up, home improvement starts here. Sunday morning at 7 on DIY Network.